When I first saw the trailer for Brink, I was excited. They made it out to be some amazing, over-the-top action shooter game where you could jump over everything, do flips over everything, slide under everything, dodge rockets, jump over people, all that stuff. All the stuff that you'd expect to only see in movies and games, but rarely ever does it work in games. And I don't think, to be honest, it has ever worked in a game. If you go and watch that trailer, if you haven't already, you'll see what I'm saying. They basically tricked us, in my opinion. I know this game's been out a very long time, and I'm very late to reviewing this, but I've only just recently rented it, and from the first day I saw that trailer, I said to myself, there's no way that they can make it like that. It wasn't actually gameplay footage, so that's their argument, but what I'm on about is they, especially a lot of the younger kids, and some adults, they believed that is what they was going to be getting when they bought the game, what the trailer portrayed. And I just knew that that wasn't what it was going to be. So I didn't get it, didn't even rent it, but now I've decided to rent it just to give it a go. And I was right. The reviews were mixed. I'm pretty sure it got some pretty poor reviews. And personally, I don't like this game. I started off playing it, and when you first put the disc in, and it's actually quite good. You make your own character, and it's pretty decent making your character. There's a lot of stuff you can do to it, like hair, body, tattoos, face paints, all of that stuff, and it gives you a good first impression. I'm not gonna lie. You're thinking, oh right, so there's a lot of customization. Hopefully the rest of the game's like this. And just looking here, the average score for Brink was 72 out of 100, which is rated as an average score. So basically they're saying the game's average, which I can almost agree with, but in my opinion it's below average, quite a bit below average as well. To me, the controls felt very clunky. I've tried changing sensitivity, everything. They have a number of button layouts which I was impressed with, because a lot of games don't have like different button setups. That's one positive, but otherwise the controls were clunky, unresponsive at times, and yeah, the controls were not very good. And then graphics wise, the game wasn't too bad. Like I said, I liked the character customization. When you're playing against the AI though, they're all very standard looking, like the standard character type. They didn't have any crazy face paint or masks or whatnot, or tattoos, which I thought they could have had something there. But other than that, the graphics, I like the style. I'm not gonna lie, it's just not a bad looking game. But the flashbangs are pointless. They're just really weird sometimes. Sometimes they're short, sometimes they're extremely long. It's just, the game just feels very inconsistent. That's a great way to describe it in my opinion. A very inconsistent game. And very boring. The story just did not get me involved one bit. There's two stories. One side you play as the... I don't even know how to explain the story. There's an arc. There's a thing called an arc. And there are people that defend the ark, and there are people that like live outside, like the outskirts of the ark, and like, have no money and whatnot. And they want to destroy the ark, get rid of it, because it's destroying them, sort of thing. Like they've got bad lives because of it. I don't understand the story, to be completely honest, because it just really didn't hook me. And then the other side want to defend the ark because obviously they're big and powerful and they like the power. And I completed the story as the people trying to destroy the ark, and I couldn't care less about the story because I still didn't know what I did at the end. Did I destroy the ark? I didn't even know. I think I did. I can't remember. But it didn't excite me one bit. One positive thing is the achievements. They're very easy achievements. I got about 500 G, I think, almost, and I didn't really play the game much, so that's a positive, I suppose. But the AI, The AI is probably the most inconsistent thing on the whole game. For any of you that might not know, the AI is what they call the computer players. Sorry about that, guys. I had to stop the recording for a second, but yeah, the AI is what is called the computer players, so the computer controlled players. And on your team, they are the most stupid, pathetic AI in any game I think I've ever played. And it took me to the point of complete frustration on this game, where I was the only guy on my team. Like, it's the campaign's in a multiplayer style where there's objectives to do, and you can change classes to do that objective. There's different classes like assault, medic, engineer, and assassin. Like, if you've ever played Killzone, you can change into the other team's disguise as the other team. That's the one. And each of them have their own positives and negatives and pros and cons, whatever. What they can do, what they can't do. And so, say if there was an engineer mission where he had to fix something, I would change to the engineer and go to that thing, go to the objective, die, go to the objective, die, and no one else, none of the AI think about going to do it. All they care about is sitting back and shooting, which bugged me completely, because when you're defending, the other team attack you like mad, and I mean, they try and get the objective no matter what, and that's something that really annoys me with games, particularly with Brink, because Brink isn't a good game anyway. So it just made it worse, and it's hard to explain, but I think you can tell from this review that I don't like this game, and I'm not like paid by a company, so I'm just giving you my views. I don't want anyone to go and buy this game. I obviously go and buy the game if you like the look of it, but honestly, it's up to you. Everyone has their own opinion, but I'm just getting my opinion out there. And if you're like me and you like obviously you like a good game, it's just hard to explain, but like, if you like a game that works properly and something that won't frustrate you, if you're easily frustrated, I don't know, get it if you want, but personally I would not buy this game, and I wouldn't even rent it, and I regret renting it. But I'm trying to think of some more positives. The online was boring. It was, like I said, the campaign is based on the online, or vice versa. I don't know which way it goes round, but it's very boring, and not much of a challenge. Like, I'm not saying I'm good, because I'm really not, but it felt like I was playing bots, which just proves how like strong the bots are when you're playing against them. Like, they just completely attack and attack and attack. But when you have bots on your team, they don't do anything. And yeah, so the main things I've covered: the story, boring; controls, unresponsive, clunky, and just not very good in general. What else is there? Graphics was actually a positive for this game. They could have put more effort into the look of their AI, but otherwise the graphics aren't too bad. I must give that to Splash Damage, the producer of this game, or the publisher, or they might have been the developer, I'm not sure, I can't remember. The gameplay itself it's not very good. It's repetitive, boring, doesn't get you excited, there's no fancy stuff, it's just very shoot, press X, all that stuff, like hold, I think actually it might have been hold RB to do this, you sit there for 10 minutes and then it does it. You know, it's just very boring gameplay. And yeah, so I'm going to give this game a 3.5 out of 10. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in my next video.